When we brought Poppy home, we knew that she would need room to run around, but what we didn't realize was just how difficult it would be to give her that freedom without, constantly losing her in the neighbor's yard. Now, a traditional fence was an option until I looked into how much it would cost and realized I didn't want to take out a second mortgage on my home. So I started looking into some different options, and after testing 6 different kinds of fences, I think I found the one that works the best whether you're at home or out visiting friends and family. Now, before we get into my recommendations, let's just talk about the different types of fences that are out there. First, you have an in-ground wired fence, and that essentially means you bury the wire in the ground around the perimeter that you're looking to secure. This is helpful if you have a particularly odd-shaped yard or space. However, installation can be a bit of a pain, and if the wire breaks at any point, let's say that, a shovel digs into the ground in the exact wrong spot, you're back to digging up your yard in order to fix it. Plus, it's not a travelable option. It works in your backyard and only your yard. Then there's the type of wireless fence that uses a base station. It's super easy to set up. You just plug it in and your dog has a circular boundary already set up and ready to go. Now, the issue with this is the boundary is always a perfect circle. There is no ability to adjust or adapt it at all. Finally, there's GPS fencing. No wires, no base stations, just a perfect boundary set up via satellite. Now, this is helpful if you happen to have a large property that you want to enclose, your property has a lot of trees or buildings, or you're looking for a fence that you can easily take with you on the go. If you are looking for something that is super malleable and easily transportable, GPS fence is the way to go. I do have discount codes in the description below. You can save money and get the best price on these fences. Plus, if you watch to the end of the video, you'll see which one takes the crown for me. Okay, so if you are looking for a simple, affordable, easy way to keep your dog contained, there are a couple of great options out there from PetSafe. The PetSafe original wireless fence costs around $280 and covers up to half an acre in a circular pattern. The upgraded Stay and Play model is around $320, and that expands your coverage area to about 3/4 of an acre, again, in a perfect circle. Both are super easy to set up. You just plug in the base station, charge the collar, and you are ready to go. But that simplicity does come with a few trade-offs. Like I mentioned earlier, the boundary is always circular, which doesn't always work for everybody. Plus, interference from buildings or trees can create gaps in the fence that might allow your dog to slip through. And also, there is only one warning before corrective action when crossing a boundary is taken, rather than several gradual warnings leading up to the boundary. These systems are great for simple setups, but if you're looking for more control over your boundary, a GPS fence system is the better choice. After testing every major GPS collar option, I've really narrowed it down to 2 that I think are the most worthwhile: the SpotOn and the Halo Collar 4. Spoiler alert, SpotOn is my top choice for 2025. We needed something that was transportable and flexible because we take Poppy camping and on vacation and to friends' houses who don't have fenced-in backyards. SpotOn lets me create GPS fences virtually anywhere, and I can have all of my different fences stored on my phone. Now, I can make the boundaries one of 2 ways. I can either just draw on a map in the app what I want my boundary to be, or I can physically walk around the boundary holding my phone and the collar in order to make the most precise line. SpotOn uses dual-feed GPS technology, meaning it is constantly pulling data from 2 separate satellite sources, meaning the boundary is always exactly where I put it, even in heavily wooded areas where other collars may tend to drift. Now, this is another key thing for me. The SpotOn GPS fence works without any additional subscription. So while it is a higher investment up front, there is no ongoing cost to the fencing. Now, they offer an additional tracking feature for a monthly charge, but if you are just looking to make GPS fences, there is no extra fees on top of that. The collar is made in the USA, built to last, and the battery runs for around 40 hours on a single charge. Plus, it will charge up from 0 in about 2 hours. So even if you do run out of battery, you're not going to be out of luck for long. The Halo 4 collar is a close contender, but I found it to be not quite as precise as the SpotOn, at least in my own testing. It comes with a lot of the same features as SpotOn, but one thing it does add is a training function built into their app. The app is pretty easy to use, and the training feature helps get your dog better acquainted with the GPS fence technology more quickly. The Halo collar has made some great strides, even jumping from the collar 3 to the collar 4. But again, in my own testing, I found the connection to be a little spottier, and I actually kind of had some trouble when I was first getting it set up and connected to my phone. It took several tries to even get it to where it was tracking properly. Now, this could entirely be user error. When other members of my team tested the Halo 4 collar, they found that the connection strength and the accuracy was pretty much comparable to SpotOn, and many of them prefer the Halo 4 because of the in-app experience. Now, maybe this is just user error. Maybe I was just doing it in a particularly bad spot or on a particularly bad day. I don't know, but I figured I would bring it up. I'm going to keep testing these collars anyway, just to see which one comes out the best. Anyway, the Halo has about 32 hours of battery life on a charge. It comes with built-in activity tracking, so you can keep tabs on your dog's movements throughout the day, and it matches the SpotOn's charge time of about 2 hours. All right, now on to pricing. The SpotOn costs $1,000 upfront, and there's no required subscription. If you want real-time tracking, you can get that as an add-on for $10 a month. The Halo collar is about $600. However, it requires a subscription to use even the basic features, meaning that to build any kind of fence, you are looking at adding a subscription on, which costs anywhere from $10 to $20 a month. So which one is right for you? In my opinion, the SpotOn collar is the best choice if you want top-tier GPS accuracy, reliable performance in any environment, and no added subscription costs. Now, the Halo 4 is a solid option, but again, you just have to factor in that even though there is that lower upfront cost, you're gonna have to pay for a subscription over time. Again, if you want to save money on either of these collars, the links in the description below will save you a good chunk of money. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.